I'm from Boyle Heights, and my parents immigrated here, and I went to undergrad at UC Riverside. While I was there, I kind of thought that I wanted to do medicine. I wasn't too sure about it, but deep down, I didn't think I could do it. You know, being first generation Latino, I didn't think that it was a career for me.
I'm the first physician in my family, so I didn't have someone that I could turn to within my family to be like, how do I go about doing this?
I grew up in a single-parent household in the Maravilla projects. No mentors, at least no positive ones. My mom was only made it to third grade.
What are you gonna do?
She was a single mom and raised all 7 of us. We didn't have any mentors in our life. There wasn't any opportunity to, uncles or aunts that had careers. That was where I had to go out of my comfort zone and seek those opportunities in this community. But I realized White Memorial is here, and I could go seek an opportunity to volunteer here. There was a Teleku nursing program at the time, and they offered us an opportunity to volunteer. Anybody who was interested in healthcare could go tour the hospital as a prospective volunteer. And I did. Gave me an application, I filled it out. It was super excited because I was able to get a badge and just a shirt that said volunteer. And it identified us as volunteers, sponsored by Bank of America. And it gave me a sense of belonging, a sense of now I can make a difference. How you been?
I've been good. I started out, I had a little bit of a volunteer requirement at my high school. And so I was like, oh, I guess I'll just do my volunteer work here. Those 20 hours ended up being maybe 150 or so throughout the entire summer because I just didn't want to stop.
I could be super tired from studying. I could be super tired because of all the stuff I had to do. I could have a long shift, but I know at the end of it, I felt super energized and it was super rewarding that I was here.
I knew there was a need because there was a lot of people that looked like me in the hospital. They're, mostly Spanish speaking, grew up in the neighborhood that I did, and faced similar struggles. So that was something that I was really interested. As a young, 18-year-old, I wanted to, I felt the calling to do something. And maybe it was just passing out water, offering them more warm blankets. Even the simplest things made a huge difference to the patients that were here. They really want you to succeed, and you can go anywhere. You're gonna have to.
I heard about the workforce development program. It was a friend who worked here, Miguel Ruiz. He brought me a flyer. He's like, you should really check this out. It's a great program. He's been a volunteer here for years. You're gonna learn so much. It's really gonna help you decide if you want to do medicine or not.
I wanted to go the path of going into medicine and being a physician, and the workforce development program took the steps to get me there.
I was able to meet physicians who, like Dr. Hector Flores. He was a physician who immediately took me under his wing and just encouraged me.
One of my first shadowing experiences was with Dr. Johnson. I remember when I was shadowing him, a patient was hungry. And so he went around and got a tray of food for them and brought them the tray of food. And I remember him telling me that he says, we are never above any job. It's like if you're here to care for the patient, wholly and everything.
So how does that feel?
It's okay.
Good. How does this feel? Another physician who really opened up the field of podiatry to me was Dr. Mathis. Are you getting enough exercise? A lot of the patients that we serve have diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and really it's about helping the patient get back on their feet and make sure that we can get everybody on their feet here.
There's this really big exam that you need to take before going into medical school. It's called the MCAT. And Dr. Waringa told me, he's like, hey, have you taken the exam yet? And I was like, no, I'm not ready. I can't afford to take a prep class. And he's like, oh, just come every Saturday and we'll do a few problems. As a pre-med student, being from Boyle Heights, that was insane. Here was this physician who would take a time out of his Saturday and say like, hey, let me help you out. Let me show you a little bit what I know and try to prepare you for the exam. And that was a huge thing, even getting into medical school. That's totally invaluable, what he did.
it's very important, I think, to provide those opportunities for people who might not have as much guidance or mentorship through this process.
I just started fall.
We need to invest more in the youth who are interested in a career in healthcare by planting those seeds early on, whether it be in high school, right before college, after college, because a seed like me was planted a long time ago. And every time I study, I remember why I'm studying. It's not just for me, but it's for my family, it's for my community, it's for everybody who has invested in me. I'm grateful for the opportunity, for the mentors that I have met, but I can't wait to really give back even more.